Amican. I'm one of the CSRs with Sentinels Republic, and this is the fourth video in a series of videos to help aid you in your Sentinels Republic story. This one, we're going to discuss macros. Actually, just a quick little intro to macros. If you're not sure what a macro is, it's one single instruction that expands into a different set of instructions. So basically, I can hit one key and multiple things happen at once. Now, if you think about this, this can create a lot of different options for you in a game. In this game, a lot of doctors and entertainers have it set up, but as you are just walking around and hunting and looting and stuff like that, there's a lot of different things that you can have set up for macros as well. Now, I chose a melee character here. One of the main skills of a melee character is called Center of Being. Basically, you focus on defense with a weapon. It increases your defense. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at my skills. Or you can use either click on it or use Control S. I'm going to go down to my skill mods. I'm going to do Unarmed Center of Being. Looks like Unarmed Center of Being duration is at 5 seconds right now. All right, so every 5 seconds, it stops. So I start it, and then in 45, it'll end. Now, I could sit here and I could click it every 5 seconds, but that's just a pain, isn't it? So let's go through and let's create a macro to where it'll automatically do that. So I came up here, abilities and macros, Control A, macro, new macro. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to do things that are quick and easy and have like a sort of naming convention to them. Like this is Center of Being, and it's gonna be 5 seconds. So COB 5. All right, and I already see what Center of Being looks like up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the exact same, what you would call it, icon as that one. And we're gonna go ahead and type this in here. So this is just literally line item input here. You're going to do /center of being, and then you need to put it in a semicolon, and there needs to be a pause. Now, remember I said it was 5 seconds, but we don't want to do exactly 5 seconds. So we're going to do 5.1, another colon, and then we're going to tell it to start this macro again. So we're going to go /macro, COB 5. All right, and then as soon as I find this icon, there it is, I just made our little Center of Being 5 second macro. So we'll start that. Now, what it should do is every 5 seconds, it should turn itself back on. There it is. And it's doing it for us. Now, this is started, but how do I stop it? Well, I could go through here and I could go /dump. And as you can see down here at the bottom, one pause command chain has dumped. I'm not really a big fan of typing it out every time. I'm just gonna do a macro and make a button for it actually. New macro, dump. And this one is really simple. It's not a series of commands, it's just one. And so we'll do dump. And yeah, let's choose an icon that looks like dump. Right there. And I'm gonna put it up here. I put it all of my every time I am in my characters, if my characters have the same spots, I try to make sure that they have the same items in the same areas. Like dump will always be F10, and burst run will always be F12. Whoops. Let's remove that. So I'm gonna put burst run right there as F12 because that's always F12. And my Center of Being is always this one here. And my stand is always that one right there. All right, so I've got those set up. I'm gonna turn this one back on. We'll turn Center of Being back on. Now, as I'm out there hunting, let's say, is there anybody here I can kill easily? I don't know if this new blue police officer is easy to kill. Let's see if he is. We're gonna go combat, unarmed lunge. We'll see if he's easy to kill. Boom. Oh yeah, I think we'll be able to get him. So we're gonna kill him. Oh, he might hurt us a lot. All right, so we killed him. Now he's got loot on him. Now I could either double click on him, or I could click and then use the tilde key and open up this menu for loot or loot all. Loot, and I can see he's got crystalline clothing treatment. Or I could set up another macro to where it'll automatically loot the bodies around me. Now I don't like double clicking and clicking on everything. So I'll double click on him this time. Let's set up another quick little macro here. So let's go Control A for abilities. Let's go to macro, a new macro. And this one, we'll call it, we'll just make it simple, loot. And then I'm gonna do the hand, as in you're grabbing everything. So for this one, I combined a couple different loots into it. I found this one works really well unless you're in a group and multiple people are running the exact same loot macro. So it's slash loot all semicolon slash loot corpse all colon slash pause one colon slash macro loot. All right, so what is going to happen is every 1 second, it's going to come back here and restart this macro. So voila, now I have a loot macro going, and that's always number 9 right there. So I'm going to start that off right there. Now I have this loot macro going. Let's see if I can find someone else here to kill in this area. Oh, I don't see anybody. Right, let's go to our inventory. Remember, we were spawned with a swoop. So we're gonna right click on that and generate the vehicle. Double click on it to get on it. Let's find someone else around here. Control M opens up this map. Here we go. There's yellow up ahead. Tab, I can see another Naboo police officer. Sorry, buddy. It's a bad day to be a police officer today. I'm gonna store my vehicle. And this officer's gonna get it. Control M to turn that off just so we can see. And it's dark. I'm gonna Control L to turn the light on. And there we go. It went through and it looted Wookiee hide jerkin from him. Now I can hold down Control and I can scroll the scroll wheel and make this bigger, smaller if you have trouble reading like me sometimes. You can also right click and you can modify the tab on stuff like this as well. But that's the basics on macros right there. There are a lot of different things you can do on macros. There are people that have set up to where you can AFK do almost everything in game. I do the basics, as in looting, center of being, and a few other things. But as you can see, macros can be extremely powerful in game. Now for our next video, what we're gonna be doing is, I'm gonna show you how to use the mission terminals. And there's one little special thing here at Sentinels Republic that sets us apart from the other emulators, Star Wars Galaxy emulators out there. It's the compass. So I'll show you how to use the mission terminals and the compass in our next video.